Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. You know, it's been quite the year, almost officially a full year. Next week it's going to be a full year of this uncertainty pandemic starting in our part of the world, because obviously it started in China before it came into my neck of the woods. So I'm here to discuss the previous year. As I always do, I tend to film these with my Christmas tree behind me. As you can see, it's no longer here. It's not even in this place. I'm in the office. I also tend to film this right before New Year's or the first week of January and put it up January. Again, it's not happening as I'm filming this today, and will most likely be putting it up today. Why, you ask? This is a video that I promised a friend of mine. Her name is Anna, and her and I had a really quick catch-up discussion on her podcast where it put into perspective that I really did miss her. You know, you don't really realize who you miss or who's not in your life anymore until some time goes by and you catch up, and it's like, it's either as if you haven't stopped talking to them, you continue exactly where you left off, or some people may not be in your lives anymore. And of course, this past year of 2020 has been quite the telling year, I would say, in some aspects, where people just flew off the radar, where people stepped up and were in your life, where people took a 180 and you're wondering why, or you know why. Or, I mean, there's so many others, there's an etc. It fill in the blanks for you. I think of fits in that category. For myself, I had a baby in 2020. It was a trying year because I had started a new career. I left another career that I had, you know, built up, and I left it entirely to join this new career. And I went in guns a-blazing, but with a cut in salary. And you're wondering, how are you gonna pay the bills, essentially, right? Well, turns out that they offered a good amount where I didn't have to cut out lots. I think I cut out maybe, you know, the Starbucks. Just so I can be at the level of where I was, or my morning coffees, you know, lattes that I enjoy. I started on contract and they gave me full-time while I was pregnant. Let me just say that again. They gave me full-time with benefits while I was pregnant. You know how amazing that is for a woman who's pregnant in an industry that is predominantly male. I mean, the males dominate any industry, let's just be real. Besides, and they offered me full time with them. It's the best thing that I've ever experienced, because not only was my lead a female, and boy, have I had my experiences with female leads thinking the people below them are going to surpass them. It's not the case. Females shouldn't fight females. You should raise females. Females should support females. Women should support women. Women must support women so that there could be more women on top alongside you, not taking your jobs away. And this woman in my life did come in at the most perfect time, blessed time. I became pregnant. They allowed me to stay on, and they even offered me the chance of a lifetime that I took and ran. I said yes, and I'm so thankful and grateful that I have such a supportive team to come back to once my maternity leave is done. Now here in Canada, I chose the maternity leave to be 12 months. You have the option of 12 months or 18 months and anything really in between, to be honest. You could also choose 12 months and then go leave without pay for the remainder of 6 months, or you could spread it out evenly for the 18 months. It is the same amount that you get if you were to take 12 months, except spread out for 18 months. So essentially every month you're getting a lesser amount if you choose that option, because if you were to choose the 12, it's more money, and 18, it's the same money, just spread out. I'm excited to go back because I have so much more to learn. Like, I just started this new career. I have so much more to learn, so much more to give. I have, you know, things to do. So that's been a blessing of 2020. Besides that, the only good thing that came out of 2020 was birthing my son. Besides getting that full-time benefits, my son has been, I mean, my kids are the most important thing in the world anyways, so my son has been the most important thing that happened in 2020, the happiest thing that happened in 2020, because everything else went crappy. As you know, the world stopped. We entered into a global pandemic and we were told to stay home. And how do you tell a about to birth mother that they're going to birth alone in a hospital because the global pandemic has told spouses, partners to not go in because you're going to birth alone? And there was moms that birthed with masks on. There were moms that birthed alone because the partners couldn't make it in time, because the partners weren't available, because the partners simply weren't there, because they don't even have a partner, right? There are single parents in this world. And my son came at the most precious time that could have came for myself in giving me something to fight for and giving me some hope. And he was the best thing of 2020. Because 2020 has not been nice for anybody, and it has not been nice. It's not been helpful. Like I wanted the support. I wanted to be able to start my mat leave, and I'm still on mat leave, so I wanted to have my mat leave and be able to go to all the mom and baby programs. Wasn't able to do any of that. All of them had to revert to going virtual. Virtual is not the same. And then it came down to, well, this pandemic was continuing on, and I did join one program virtually because I had originally done it outside in the summertime where we were able to space out and keep our distance and, you know, not be in contact with people. So because I had already experienced it that way, once the second lockdown happened for my region and city, then it turned virtual, and I did join that one virtually. I have met the best moms in joining that. I wish I did it for my 2018 baby. And I had heard about it in 2018, but I decided not to join. I'm not sure why. I can't even think about that. I mean, that's another thing that's gone in 2020 is my memory your memory goes really low once you have a baby. And it just deteriorates with the rest of the kids. So that's what's happened here. But you know what? My long-term memory is really great. It's my short-term memory that just things I don't know what happened yesterday. What did you eat this morning? Oh my God, did I even eat? Seriously, did I even eat? And then you start to have a migraine starting or headache and fainting. And it's like, yeah, you gotta eat, girl, because you haven't had even some water. So that was what happened. That was one of the great things that happened was 2020, and then able to join a couple groups. I've yet to go swimming, you know, I've yet to be able to do like library time and baby time and stuff like that. Again, all in person because that's been stopped at the moment. They keep changing the gathering numbers, the maximum numbers that you're able to do. So like 10 to 25 people to 50, I think it was for weddings at one point, and it's gone down to 25 again. Honestly, you can't keep up. And to watch the news every other day or every second, because it's changing by the second sometimes, it takes a toll on your mental health. So it's best that I don't watch it, and I don't. I get updates whenever, you know, you hear it on the news or your neighbors are talking about it, and it's like, okay, that's big news. That's a big change. We've now reverted to Christmas time. I think it was Boxing Day where they changed it and it became lockdown. And we've been on lockdown since Boxing Day up until about February 16 when things reopened again. So that's quite a while. I am quite ready to continue pushing forward my workouts. I started programs with Beachbody once again that were up and down because there were times when I was very consistent for 2 weeks, and then the baby would be teething for one night and a second night, and then my toddler would be waking up, and so my sleep affects my daytime, and my daytime days affect my sleep. And it's just a vicious cycle. And so there were a couple days that I had missed and got back. So there's 2 programs that I did where they weren't consistent the days that you were supposed to work out. So instead of a 21 program, I did it in 22, 23 days because I had 2 days that I missed out on. Or another program that was 6-week program, it took me, I believe 7.5 weeks to finish that one. I did it all, it just wasn't as consistent as I wish it could be, which was, the full 6 weeks. And then I started a boxing program and I absolutely loved it. And I did miss, I believe it was 1 or 2 days, and then I doubled on those 2 days so that I could finish on the time that I was supposed to originally finish. That was amazing. I love boxing. I actually am waiting for the boxing gym to open up in my city so that I can join. I so am looking forward to it. I'm by no means professional or know my stuff. I'm just ready to go in and learn. And because of that, it's actually a really great program because it takes you from one point, 1 week it's at one city, and next week it's like revolving. It changes to the next city, the next week, and the third week, and so forth. And so you're seeing the people work out on the screen and different parts of the US, so it's kind of neat. And then the program that I did straight after, like right after that, on Monday after I finished that program, was more for muscle building and losing fat. As you know, I'm still postpartum. I have my midsection region to get rid of. It's the region that I am most wanting to go back to normal in terms of my flat stomach, because that's where I birthed the babies, so I knew it was going to grow, and that's just the region that I would like it to be, bathing suit ready. So I'm working on that, and that program, I lost weight because I can tell in my clothing and I can tell on my face. That's the first place actually that my husband mentions, like, oh, your face is slimming down. And I said, no, it's not. But then once I put on my jacket, there's this jacket that I bought in my regular size, and I wasn't at my regular size just yet before started in November, December, and my jacket started fitting loose. You can just tell as like the jacket starts fitting nicer and starts fitting better. It was, I believe, the first week of January where I first noticed it, and I said, wow, this program is working. So then what I did is I began the advanced program. It must have been mid-January now that I started the advanced program, because no, it's got to be February, because I'm about to finish it I have 1 week left. So today, Sunday, I'm filming this, is day 14 of the advanced program. So I've been working out for that last program, which was the regular program, was for 21 days. I worked out every single day, straight 21 days. I did not miss a day. I was so tired one day, and I said, nope, you gotta get your pre-workout, drink in, and then you're gonna go, and I did it. And then I started the advanced program exactly the day after, because it always ends on a Sunday. So the Monday after I started the advanced program, 2 weeks ago, and now entering into March, tomorrow, I begin the last week, and I'm gonna kill it. Because I said that in the post, I think it was the end of December 31st, the end of 2020, was that this mom is going to continue to kill the workouts. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to continue to do it for myself, nobody but myself. Obviously, I'm trying to be healthy so that I can live a longer life with my family. Like, that's the end goal. Like, I want to be able to see my babies grow, get married, have their own kids. Like, I can't wait to be a grandmother, I can, but I cannot wait. And I'm feeling it in the stomach. The stomach has shrunk. My goal is getting there. Like, I'm so there. My abs are showing up. My jackets are fitting better because, it's winter time here. I mean, the snow is right over there. And my jackets are fitting nicer, better, looser. It's great. I don't really own a scale. Like, my husband has a scale somewhere in this house. I actually don't even know how to work it. It's one of those smart scales. So I have nowhere to provide a measurable scale amount of what I'm losing. I can just feel it in my clothes, in my jackets, in the way that I look, in the mirror, essentially. The only thing that doesn't come down is my shoe size. So once you get babies, your shoe size definitely grows. Your feet grew. So that's what happens for that. But that's okay. So fitness, my baby, 2020 baby. And then, as always, there's people that come and go because this pandemic, as I said earlier, pandemic has either brought people into your life that were a pleasant surprise or continue to support you. And there's people that are not there And it's because the government has told them not to be around you, and it's been so hard not being able to have the physical support that I wish and longed and have always wanted, because our government has told us to stay away from other people's households, stay with your own households, and those that choose to congregate, that's their decision. My decision stays with, I feel most supported by people that want to support me, and those that want to be in my life will continue to be in my life. Those that do not want to be in my life, they don't want to be in your life. Don't try to be friends with people that don't want to be friends with you. That's it. And those that should be in your life, keyword should, and no longer want to be in your life, they'll realize it later, and once they realize it, it's going to be late. The only people that get affected are us, are the adulting people. Yeah, your kids get affected too, because on the line they can realize for themselves that, oh, that person was supposed to be my relative, or that person's supposed to be a friend, it's supposed to be mommy's friend, it's supposed to be like a relative, right? That isn't in our lives, and there's a reason why. But the people that get most affected in real time is us. It's us who are not being able to be with those people that you love or thought they loved you back. So 2021, fitness goals, continue to raise my family in the most healthiest way and safest way that I can. I will continue to do that. I will continue to fight for my kids. I will continue to put barricades so that my kids can remain safe and sound. And other people do not matter if they don't want to support that. And then thirdly is, we are on the verge of getting out of this pandemic. We will get out of this. And if we continue to do our part, we will get out of this. I promise you, it's not the end of it. It's Spanish flu 2.0 essentially, but with technology at our fingertips and able to spread the word that way, spread the love. Let's do that. Let's continue to spread love where it's needed, required. And those that do not want to be a part of spreading the love, then they need to take a back seat. And they're going to be told to take a back seat. And they cannot be offended. It's 2021. It's the internet. It's social media. It's the world outside. It affects everybody. It's going to affect you. I get it. There's no need to be a crappy person about it either. So let's be nice. Let's try to be kind. Let's try to be considerate, I should say. Let's try to be considerate, compassionate for other people's feelings. And I'm so ready for this year to be over. Wait, it is over because I'm filming in 2021. So by 2020, you brought me the biggest joy of our family, and that was to allow us to expand our family. And down below, I'll share my birthing vlog, my labor vlog, my labor story video. It's not a vlog because I don't vlog, but my labor story of birthing my baby in 2020. Upwards and onwards is what we say, and we will continue to be loyal to those that want to be in our lives. So thank you for staying with me. Thank you for sticking around with me. I will continue to post more videos. This one just needed to come out as the first of the new year. Yes, it's a day is late, but after this, I have some videos that I pre-planned. Actually, some of them are from the year before. I really need to get that Disney video on. I've been saying it. I know it's coming. Then a couple unboxings that I did in 2020. So that's what happened. 2020 just delayed everything. So you're just gonna be getting them now, okay? So have a great day. I hope you all are having a great Sunday. Enjoy your time, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.